Oh, you all. Hello, it is Judge Tease. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. So for this particular video, I just kind of wanted to talk about sexual double standards. And when I say sexual double standard, I mean like as far as the female sex and the male sex. So basically male and female. And this does have something to do with the LGBTs, but I'm gonna save them for last since they're just all over the place. They don't quite fit in with the male and female, because like I say, you got all these nicknames that now you no longer exist. But anyway, I'll get to that later. But yeah, so the double standard with male and female, so you'll get one thing, okay, if a man does it, okay, it's taken this way. If a woman does it, it's taken that way. And then we'll just start with the obvious and work our way down. So when it comes to being controlling, everyone thinks it's cute. When the woman, I dress my man. Wear this tie. Eat this. Taste that. Smell this. Oh, you should sleep in this. Or, it's cute when the woman does it. Oh, when she gets to literally dress her man. Oh, that's cute. But if a man says, hey, can you take that skirt off and go put on a shawl, or take the skirt off and put on a choir robe? And then the woman, I have a woman's right, or all lives matter, or I have equality, So you'll get these. A woman will hit the streets with a sign in her hand if a man tells her, hey, can you lose the short skirt and put on this choir robe? Versus you telling a man, that grown ass man that has all his limbs, you want to dress. Oh, you wear this tie. Taste this. Oh, sleep here. When are you coming home? So it's cool and cute when the woman does it. When she controls, that's cute. And when a man, quote unquote, just asks you to take the short skirt off and put on a choir robe, oh, that's controlling. You're trying to take away my equality, or you're trying to turn me into a slave, or whatever the case may be, where the argument is. But we all know that this is a double standard. Another double standard is when it comes to dating, or we'll just go straight on. I'll go straight into it. When it comes to polygyny, now, whether you believe it, know it, or like it or not, men, I don't want to say all men, but the category of men and the category of women, virtually, we all are, well, y'all all are, polygynists. And I only say that because if you have a woman if you have more than one father of your children, you are a polygynist. A polygynist is like, okay, it's not necessarily saying that I sleep with you Wednesday and I'm with Tom tomorrow. It's just pretty much saying that however my cycle goes, there's more than one man in my bed, in so many words. Whether I do it in a Jezebel type way, or if I do it in once a year. Okay, once a year I'll have a new boyfriend. Whatever it is, that's called polygyny. Same way with men. They'll have more than one woman, whether you know it or not. And half the time you do know. You just don't say anything, or you just know what time it is. So a man will have his 2, 3 girlfriends or wives or boyfriends or whatever the case may be. And that's where the whole polygyny comes in. Polygyny is, okay, you're a man or woman with more than one partner, whether you're doing it in a whoremonger type way, or you're just doing it in a way where it's like, okay, well, I just happen to have 2 or 3 fathers of my children, and it is what it is. And that actually does make you a polygynist, because you could be married to Tom, who you don't have no children together, but you got 2 or 3 children with these other men. And eventually you all would have to come together, at least for the children. You probably don't necessarily always have to be sexual, but there's more than one man or woman in your life. And like I say, the reason why I say men and women are polygynists is because half the time you do know that man has other women. And with the men, half the time you do know she's dealing with other men, because like I say, perhaps you found her in a whorehouse. I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but I'm just saying, just the way that people move these days, people know what the hell time it is. I can meet a dude like, okay, well, yeah, he seems nice. If he has an ex-wife or he has other children, he's a polygynist. And we don't understand it, because like I said, it's not something we talk about. A lot of people will get offended instead of talking about it. Like, oh, I ain't no damn polygynist. Okay, how many babies father do you have? Oh, 6. You're actually the ringleader of when it comes to polygynists. But nobody talks about stuff like this. They'll rather get offended. I ain't no damn polygynist, or I'm monogamous, or I only want to be with one person. And I'm thinking again, and then literally, and if I dissect your relationship, you wouldn't be with just one person. I could want to marry you all day, but if you got 3 or 4 babies' fathers, or 3 or 4 babies' mamas, then we ain't the only. We're sharing. And like I said, don't have to always be sexual. Like I said, we don't necessarily have to share the penis or the crotch, but it's something's getting shared. Whether it's you, okay, you have to have some time at this household and that household and that one. Because like I said, if it's 2-3 babies' fathers, 2-3 babies' mamas, that's 2-3 different households, whether you know it, like it or not. And that's another thing too. A lot of people try to play dumb. Well, I ain't no polygynist. Okay, yes you are. Because if you know that you have a boyfriend or a husband that's belongs to the streets, then you know that there's other men and women involved. But perhaps you ignore it, or perhaps you will hope it'll go away overnight. So this is just something that people won't talk about. Like I say, they'll get more offended versus sitting down and understanding what the hell's really going on. Also too, there's a huge double standard when it comes to the things that people say and do. Okay, for instance, and I already mentioned this in a previous video, and this is something that actually happens a lot, and it actually bothers me too, because you'll get people who put themselves in sticky situations. Like for instance, you'll get a woman, she has a problem, and instead of her talking to a man or going get other men to confront a man, she'll get in the man's face and do all that barking and rah, 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 what she's going to do. And she does end up doing something. Perhaps she ends up spitting, hitting, kicking, punching, scratching, whatever the case may be, where it becomes physical. And everything's fun and games, and everything's cute, as long as it's the woman that's scratching and kicking on the man. And, you know, everyone want to watch and pull out their camera. There's no caution tape being put up, nobody stepping in or intervening. Until, and this is where the double standard kicks in, until the man, now mind you, he probably took, we'll say he took 10 seconds to 10 minutes of her abuse. And then he says, okay, now it's my turn to kick and scratch and scream. The second he raises her hand and removes her head from her shoulders, then you get these hero men coming out of the woodworks. You get these womanists. You'll see them dropping their signs. And they'll go and confront that man. How dare you? Okay, yeah, excuse the background noise. That's that little, what is it, the heat system, and it's so loud. I normally try to pause it when it comes, but it stays on for a little while, so I'm just let it roll this time. But yeah, everything's cute, you know, until the man, he, you know, retaliates or defends himself, and then you'll get, like I said, you'll get these hero men coming out of nowhere, and then you'll get these womanists. They'll come and, oh, how dare you rise up, or how dare you hit her. And especially if she brings on the tears. That's another thing too, that's a double standard. Like these women, they're tough guys until it's time to play the victim. Like, oh, they're fun, everything's fun and games until it's time to play the victim. So it's like you go from being aggressive, and now you got snot and boogers everywhere. And I've seen this at least 3 times. I've seen this with the lady, remember with the lady that spit on that bus driver and he uppercutted her off the bus? Literally the next day she was on the news. I can't believe that happened. I was so shocked. How the hell you spit on a dog, see what the hell happens to you. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Then we had it with the number 2, with the lady at the airport. She got in the man's face. She was so tough until that man strung her up. And then you get men out of nowhere try to hold him back and then try to make reports. But then the lady, she's running for her life, hiding behind a bush at an airport. You know. Then you have the other lady that I seen. She was spitting on the man, kicking him, and threw a drink in his face. And literally the second he chased her down the establishment and ripped her to shreds, all you hear is, ow, ow, ow. You can literally hear her getting her scalp removed. But it's like, don't play you know what I mean? You're either a tough guy or you're not. If you're a tough guy, keep that same energy even after you get beat up. Oh, catch me outside, or catch me, well, I better not catch you in the streets. Okay, keep that same tough energy, but don't say, oh, I'm a tough guy, or I'm a tough gal. And then the second you get fire beat out of you, you get the fire beat out of your flame, and then you want, oh, now you're kicking and screaming, and then, you know, and then you want to show off your neck brace at court. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. And then speaking of neck brace, here's another double standard. You get these women, mind you get these womanist women. Oh, we are independent. We are equal as men. We can do what men can do. I'm not your slave, pretty much. Like, okay, free me of this slavery. I am a woman. I can do what a man can do, which is perfectly fine. Okay, if you want to go work on the railroad, knock yourself out. I just don't want to hear about it when you know what I mean, when you get any injury. That's all. You know, okay, so we'll just use it at that. Okay, whatever. Women can do what men do. Whatever. Just give her her helmet and give her a hammer so she can work on the railroad. Fine, whatever. Now, the second a man want to slap a skirt on and hop in the ring with her and say, okay, well, since she's a womanist, so she's a woman and she can do what men can do. Okay, so the second a man get in the ring with you, literally like, okay, you got a man with a skirt on, and he's just for this boxing ring fight, he's gonna say, well, I'm a woman, or a transgender, whatever they call themselves these days. So he gets in the ring with this woman, and mind you, she's equal to a man, so it shouldn't be a problem if he knocks her head off, and which is not, until he knocks her head off. Okay, so you get into the ring with the man, and he knocks her head off. He gets the gold medal, and she gets the neck brace. And then literally, I laugh, but I'm gonna continue to laugh because it is funny. Literally, the next day, she comes to the conference with her neck brace on, and she just cannot believe that a man got in the. I cannot believe I lost, a fight against. That's a man. That's not fair. And how the hell is it not fair if you're equal to a man? You know. I think a lot of times these men and women, they don't realize what the hell that they're saying. You'll think like, okay, I'm thinking a lot of times when you say things like, damn, I wasn't serious when I said I wanted to work on the railroad, you know what I mean? And when you literally get left with the wolves, with the hammer and nail to work on this railroad from sun up to sundown, and then you want to, oh damn, where's the women's rights? So it's kind of like, you won't really understand your place until you get thrown with the wolves, and then you want to crawl back to base, so to speak. But like I say, there's been so many cases where you get these women, it's, oh, we're equal to men. And literally, the men will get in the ring with you, knock your head off, or will get in the pool with you and swim you out of the water. And they're at the end of the finish line looking like, what? I can't believe what just happened here, or I need a rematch, or, or this isn't fair. And that's what it is. It's not fair. That means you are not equal. So that's something that we need to understand, and understand it now, and don't understand it after the consequences. A lot of people don't, perhaps they won't learn until they get a few nicks and bruises and scratches and scrapes. But it's just really crazy how the double standard goes, and it's not just a woman thing. Woman has double standards, but you'll get the women in the men department who have double standards. And I say that, you get these men with dresses on, and they even, I don't know if that's a womanist thing that spilled off onto them, but they'll even think that, okay, you're a dude with a skirt on, but then when it's time to go to prison, you're wondering why you're with the other dudes with pants on, because there was another guy, it was a dude portraying to be a woman, and he literally, he paid to get work done to portray to be a woman. But literally, when it's time to go to jail, you're either a man or a woman. And I don't know if he still had his knot or not, but his ass got thrown with the men, and he just couldn't. Literally, the next time it was time to see the judge, he's crying like, "Do I have to stand here with the men? Can I go with the women?" And that's where I say it just becomes to where it's like you get to doing so much to where it doesn't even make sense at this point, because it's like at the end of the day, it is just male or female, and I can go get my nose done, get go get a plastic penis to put in my drawers, and I'm gonna be a man today, woman tomorrow, whatever the case may be. I can be all over the place and confused all I want. When it's time to go to prison, I'm getting thrown in my section. If I'm a woman, I'm getting thrown in the women's department. I don't care if I do have that cold plastic penis taped to my hip. I'm getting thrown in the women's department. If I'm a dude, I don't care if I did get, like I said, I don't know if this dude got his not removed or not, but at the end of the day, technically you are still a man. And you think just because you don't have a penis, because I don't have a penis, but you can't tell me just because I purchased one tonight that I'm officially a man. That doesn't work like that. Like I can go order a cold plastic penis right now, but that doesn't determine who the hell I am. When you throw it in the microwave, warm it up, or whatever you want to do, but that does not determine who the hell you are, because there's a such thing called DNA. Like I said, I can get my breast removed, and I can go, like I said, I can go order a cold plastic penis and attach it to my hip, and I can go get some sports clothes and a baseball cap and a woman on my hip, and then I still got a long way to go to become a man. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, enough with the double standard. Mind you, there's so many more double standards, but I just got to keep it short and sweet since I'm freestyling. But yeah, just keep that in mind. When it comes to the double standard, like I say, it's one of those things where women will think like, okay, well, it's cool and cute when I do it, but when a man does it, oh no, he's taking it too far, or he's controlling now, So again, if you don't want a man beating and spitting and kicking on you, then you should probably not do it. Don't you beat and spit and kick on a man, and damn sure don't get in the ring with him, because like I said, the second he knocks your head off, then you're going to be looking around, when the stars clear, you're going to be looking around like what just happened, or now you want to press charges. But you can't say that I'm equal to a man and then want to press charges when he matches my energy. So this is where the double standard comes in. And again, if you don't want to be treated like a man or handled like a man, then stay out of the men's department. Let them do what they do. They want to run around and have 3, 4 wives and 6 boyfriends. Let them do that. Because like I said, if you can't take the smoke. So it's like just that's out of your league, and we just need to understand that and stop trying to have our hand in every pot. Because it doesn't work like that. But anyway, I hope all are well, hope all are safe.